overall approach as we see the CT's looking to get aggressive at middle, but it's been picked up upon by Device and Glaive. They're taking care of it just fine.
Taking care of business, taking out the push. But Golden at least is going to return the favor with 2 kills and could be going in for a third. They had a very slow start over on Train, but already showing that he's no slouch. Putting more damage down onto Glaive. Mages finally will put him out of his misery and get the avenging frag. But the bomb's been spilled out. Information gathered, and now fnatic know they can push up 2 more plays up middle. Another 1-for-1 trade. And it's all about Broland for me because Crims is going to be going down to the hands of Dupree. But
the problem is they have no smoke to cross, and Broland is right here to deal with them. He's sending out pot shots, but they work together so well. And again, Astralis
on top of it, that JW can try and hide inside. He may not realize that Magus has already crossed to the blue box. And now he will find that out alongside Zipex. Albeit fleeting at best. 40 seconds. Magus now moving up. 2 players watching, and it's Broland with the M4 that pivots in first for the kill. And now Zipex will be picking up the slack. With the Mac 10, they still got a bit of time to burn, but they have to be careful because the bodies are hitting the floor so quickly for Astralis, and the Danes have been decimated. fnatic now, and already up middle. Double smokes on to wrap around. This puts so much pressure on JW. He at least gets 1, but that really won't be good enough. And Zipex, who's been waiting and anticipating this fast rotation, gets 2, and Dupree goes back out for the peak. Broland is doing his best to hold on to the remnants of this round, and they realize peeking him at this point is definitely a foolish endeavor. Just get the bomb down and change the dynamic of this round on its head. Force Bro.
If this doesn't work out, that it's kind of still tough, but he's going to see what he can do. Great angle here on the mage. Just great headshot as well. It could happen now.
3K to Broland, but time itself is beginning to tick away. An enemy Device yet to get a kill, yet to get off the mark, but they not need to. Even with the kill, Broland does not have enough time. He may not live to tell a tale. He was very close, but does manage to hold on to the orb. Deja vu as well from how Train started. It was very scrappy and close. Rough shape. Jaquinho does do enough damage to allow the team kill to take fruition, weakening up Dupree to finish off by Glaive. Broland on the back of the site with 11 kills to his name. He's trying to rip through more and gets more. May not realize there's a player that's encircling him to his right-hand side, and Device is trying his damnedest to wrap all the way around. Yeah, he's accelerating incredibly quickly.
They get it. Golden forced to concede. He puts some smokes down the block out of vision. And Krim's getting aggressive, able to find Cat.
After a disappointing Train, they've bounced back with authority. Golden may be in the thick of it once this smoke clears. And instead, he will be choked out by Magus AK, and he spins in for 2. Beautiful, brisk entry frags.
Indeed, smoke for the cross as well, so it's going to really put that pressure on A side. It's going to draw a lot of rotations here over through CT spawn. There's a smoke for the cross, but there's a pretty wide gap right there that Astralis must navigate, but it certainly helps that Magus still has Cat position to kind of help shoot in behind anyone who comes up the slope, putting JW and Jaquinho in a very tough 2-on-4 now, and they may just have to save Vince, honestly.
Yeah, they have to. Their economy does not support losing this AUG and AWP. I am so surprised they're even going to long in the first place. They're actually potentially going for this, and that is the punishment.
Unless Magus somehow runs into him here at lower tunnel still. No. Good job by JW. Holding on to
the peeking through on B apps. Grenade proceeds to push, but still lands the man of Dupree and goes in for more. They walk in 1 by 1, and Jaquinho. He is smurfing over on B site for this round. Device alongside Magus remain. But JW should have them as soon as they come out of the smoke. Misses the shot that could allow them a little bit of safe passage. He backs away and baits in for Broland again. JW nearly gets finished off by the Molotov. And in the meanwhile, he just moves through as there is actually...
Maybe get something fnatic to build off of. Again, they played a very disciplined round there with that long A control early and then netted a big benefit later on.
Zipex straight out into long. There's so much damage has been done. Shrapnel just destroying the oncoming T. Zipex down to 4. But a 1-for-1 trade, more grenade damage, and this time it's Dupree that takes the brunt of it. On the receiving end of perfectly placed utility, Zipex somehow survives.
May well and truly be shut down, especially with Glaive cutting off what would be the rotation fnatic need to try to establish a retake. If they can catch Glaive, though, then maybe there's a chance that they can actually start working forward, and there it is. Broland finds the headshot onto Glaive. The problem
2 players are a bullet away from death, and they will hold on to their 2 AKs and an AWP. AK also for Crims.
Here in round 12, they've already taken a very heavy lick of damage on their key player at middle with that op shot. And now a 2-for-1 exchange gives Astralis long A control and man advantage. Vince, this is looking quite grim for fnatic.
Yeah, they're just hemorrhaging plays. Device has gone in for 2 on middle as well. JW peeking out onto Catwalk. This makes him a little bit more vulnerable, but it's only the AWP of Device against him. If it was the AK, probably goes down, but a great shot into the head of Device. There is going to be Zipex, though, making moves through alongside. Deny the bomb plant a little bit longer to allow the players to get into position to try and fend off this AWP. And JW tries to make it even more costly, but he walks in unbeknownst to him. Unweeded, these 2 players that are still on the B side, which is Jaquinho and, of course, as ever, Brolan, who's got 1 already. Dipping off with a 15th frag, but now he has met his demise. Good Molotov placement will afford safe passes for Jaquinho for the time being. They're doing a really good job of holding the line. Another incendiary is now being tossed down with a Molotov, and Jaquinho has to force him to the back of the site and actually gets more kills. They hold on to...
Big round here to determine who will have that control going into the second half. Glaive, his answer so far is it's going to be us. But this aggression on the long A tunnel with Crims could pose to be a problem, as the bomb is still down towards T-Spawn. Zipix the closest member to it. Timing will be everything, but Zipix is being so patient. In the meantime, Device is continuing to collect over towards middle and Cat. They have the 5-on-3 now. Crims, again, still not able to make his move. Now he does. He finds his man, but it feels like it's come too late, Vince. Yeah, he gets a kill back, but they're still down in the round. He has to give up the bomb. It's a tough ask.
He does go back out again, but Mage is just playing so passively. There's still 45 seconds left. They had every reason to just hold fire and see if he repeat that, try to wrap around the back of them. He didn't see the bomb in his first frag. That definitely hurt him. JW, though, at the back of the car is going to make it sting onto Magus. That's the bomb that's dropped down as well, but Molotov has been tossed in. Device goes 1 for 1. As here comes Jaquinho, a chance to tie it up, a chance to get real close come the second half. He's missing quite a few bullets, both players similar HP. Fake flash, not doing anything to the young Swede. He holds the line, but Dupree passes the bullet. Side smoke goes into his eyes, has a smoke of his own to extinguish that molly, and also flash himself through. It's also biding enough time for the window player to peek in 1 too many times, but Dupree, that first headshot was a thing of beauty, but he can't finish off the rest. Crims and JW, last Swede standing, will be a post plant as JW rushes down the bomb. And Crims taking a fight at range while the rest of the CT start to try and spill around into tunnels. JW, big headshot onto Glaive, maybe going to peek out 1 more time, and JW need to wind back the clock and find some of that old form to clutch down against Device. It's a battle of the Titans, and there's such an important moment in this game. Device is hemorrhaging health, but still takes him down. And JW, I honestly thought Dust, he might have actually clutched that one out, and yet Astralis pick up the second pistol.
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, it's a 3-on-2 in favor of Astralis, but we know how difficult retaking this half when it comes to economics.
The pressure is already on, but Brolan tries to take some of that away. Big is this could slow and soften these targets so much. Waiting, perfect timing, and he gets the purchase. Not just the HE connects, but he sprays through the smoke and finishes off Jaquinho. Golden down to 1 HP. And they are struggling. Another HE tossed up and over. This could finish off Golden and denies the bomb plant just for a couple more seconds before it finally goes down. Crimstone pops back up again. Dangerous game of whack-a-mole and puts the Galil to use on Glaive. 3v3 as Zipex goes in again. It's so chaotic, but it's going the way of Astralis. And Brolan is 1,000,000 miles away from clutching this round. He needs to purchase more frags. There's one looking for a second. They're defusing the bomb behind the sanctuary of the box. And with a kick, they will make it work. They stick the landing, and Astralis with a successful retake and salt in the wounds to take down Brolan as well.
Fire from Zipix and Dupree with the smokes are going to block off one side of it. Dupree now stranded. He's been flashed, and this is a great entry from Golden.
Huge entry, and he actually doubles up. Magisk has also fallen down. It seems like Astralis have already pulled the plug. Smokes down in middle, and they have enough finances behind these 3 saved weapons to just buy up without any issue.
They don't have to ride by any guns. They can replenish the utility instead. And they have a situation where Astralis, yeah, they can buy up around these weapons, but an ump is still likely. Another big round here. A big entry from Brolan onto Zipix. fnatic trying to build something here off the back of that previous round. It's a good start. Again, round 20. Glaive, though, trying to challenge at middle. Only good for one with the UMP. Device trying to get assertive here on Catwalk. Not going to find his man. May just did, but now he's left all alone. He's going to have to be a true magician to pull one out here. And unfortunately for him, it was not.
To change their options, so should they feel like maybe B isn't the right call after all.
Yeah, big entry from Crims. Like you said, the options will be left open for them with so much time left. But Glaive, the aggress through the smoke at spawn, that's a big pickup. It gets the advantage back for Astralis. And now Mage just pops off at B as well. They're staying out in front. Vincent Golden so low on health.
Very low on health. Crims may need to do all the heavy lifting for this round. Golden basically sacrificing himself to the CSGO to get this flat down. He will instantly get repelled afterwards. Crims 1-on-3, and Device with the quick wide swing from window dispatches him post-haste. 13-9. That 3-round streak comes to an abrupt end.
Yeah, this time Astralis handled the mid-B attack very well. Glaive able to get out there, actually get the better end of the corner. Zipic starts to feel a little bit of heat. That's a perfectly timed HE grenade. He's going to absolutely stuff them in the doors.
3 kills for Zipex and looking for more. JW's been smacked down to 7 HP. He needs to just turn away and run for the hills. There's a monster looming overhead, and it's a strong...
Just finding the perfect timings on these peaks, and their utility usage should just keep stuffing Fnatic. But Brolin, that is a huge entry at long A. It came at a bit of a cost of health, but at least he's got his team of 5-on-4. But the rest are in B tunnels, and Magus is still standing.
Yeah, Magus still here, but a swarm of T's pushing towards him. The flash he turns away from, but he actually inadvertently turns into another flashbang. He was basically screwed whatever happened. There were so many flashes and nades being tossed his way, 4 players rushing onto the site and spilling onto him. So Fnatic looking to get a 10th round and Astralis looking to save. Good to see that Fnatic at least do have a little bit of fight left in them yet.
Indeed, 2 big kills. And it's just continuing to go in their favor as they're starting to even stop Astralis from saving over weapons after they've already conceded the round. Which is huge because it's not like Astralis' economy is that built up. So dropping all these weapons is actually going to put them in a spot where trying to buy out this next round might be ill-advised. You need to keep chomping at the bit to keep shrinking that gap on the scoreboard.
I think it especially makes sense because it felt like the course correction moment was when they got the double ops in play for Astralis. Right, so going in that round particularly leaves a couple players bare, and he definitely can't get the double ops.
This is the problem, Vince.
Has got an AK, yeah, and this is becoming... Zipax with a deagle on the cross, tries to fall back. There's a gap in the smoke, but it doesn't get punished. He just needs to stay alive. He knows that rotational play is coming in, and Dupree with the deagle is putting down damage, death, and decay alongside Zipex. For Zipex instead, based off spawns. Glaive had the best spawn for long, and Zipex tries to thread the needle through middle. And he doesn't just do that, he threads the first frag. In doing so, alleviates some of the pressure that's been building up on the B side. Now, utilities being tossed in. They have to be wary and cognizant of the fact that Zipex could push through the CT side at any given moment. And this is isolating Golden from the rest of his team, and that's the bomb that's gone down. The bomb's dropped outside of B, though. It goes from bad to worse, and they need entries desperately. Crims is the man for the job. Takes off the head of Dupree, and now Magic's stuck at the back of the car. Gonna try and maneuver himself into a potential clutch. Down go Fnatic, and Astralis take both map 60.